know we can do this together because I know this. There's nothing beyond our capacity.
How about that?
You are in the stream with audio only. Okay, cool.
Giggity gig. Giggity gig. All right, I'm going to keep going down the list because it's half an hour in. I'm just going to finish all my shit. With respect to American Gonzalo Lira, who was captured in Ukraine, imprisoned, held for criticizing Zelensky and criticizing Joe Biden also. Russia's calling him to carpet saying, quote, Kiev is allowed to torture and kill Americans, and everyone keeps their mouth shut. It's absolutely 100% true. Have you heard anything from the mainstream news about an American being held without trial in a fucking prison? No, they won't say a fucking word, and that an American was killed. So, Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said the United States, she's charged him with, quote, consigning an inconvenient journalist to execution. Can you believe that? She continues, and she lambastes the shit out of Joe fucking Biden. She says, quote, Kiev has unbridled freedom, and this permissiveness is manifested in everything it does. This free reign only leads to disaster, and the disaster has already reached the minds of the current Ukrainian regime, and they are leading their entire country there. In other words, what she's saying is these fuckers can get away with whatever they want, and no one's going to say jack shit about it, including, in my opinion, the fact that they have a Nazi brigade, right? The Azov battalion, not the Great Brigade, but battalion. So more fuck yous to Joe Biden, to Washington, D.C., to the World Economic Forum. In Texas, pay attention, Chen Music in Texas. He knows this already because he lives there. He must have felt the shockwaves as it happened. Texas told Biden to go fuck himself. And their stupid lawsuit. They are now arresting and charging illegal aliens, which is against what the United States government said. They kicked him out of the fucking park and told him no more. And I tell you what, this is incredible. The Biden administration says, and I'm going to have to paraphrase this. The Biden administration, through their lawsuit, says that it is unlawful for Texas to kick them away from the border and that they have, how do we put this? They have jurisdiction there to do their job, which is to patrol the border and stop the country from being invaded. Okay, that's the language I'm using, but that's what they're talking about. They're like, we're the government, and it's our job to do that. And Texas said, fuck you. It's your job, and you're not doing it. And since you're not doing it, since you're not doing your job, you are derelict in your duty, and we will do it in your place because you are not there upholding federal law. Unbelievable. God bless Texas. Now, let's continue. Remember how I told you about the CEO of anti-white, critical race theory, woke United Airlines? Well, footage has now been made public of the same CEO who wants 50% of his pilots hired because there's too many white men flying planes. And so he's going to make sure it's absolutely populated, the cockpit, with people who are, he doesn't use the term unqualified, but they're going to fit their diversity, equity, and inclusion policy, their DIE policy. Well, guess what? This fruitcake has been caught on film. It's now released, performing in drag. That's right. The CEO of United Airlines is a drag queen performer. How bizarre is that? A shit at the fan? as it hit the fan. Oh, there's no doubt. You want more? I got more. These fucking illegals that have come across. Another one, this time from Haiti, has been charged with rape of a disabled person. That is to say, an American who cannot defend themselves even. So this illegal alien from Haiti found someone who can't defend themselves, fell upon them, and raped them. And in Boston, the court has decided to release them, even though the prosecutor said the person who captured him, they said, don't do this, right? Keep them locked up. They released a rapist who attacked and raped a disabled person. That is liberalism today. That, my friends, is the World Economic Forum, Joe Biden, Washington, D.C., and these corrupt, disgusting, filthy Democrats. Oh, you want more? I got more for you. I got fucking more for you on this fucking Thursday. The FFF and Thursday, I guess, was just fine. And fuck you, Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum. You know what that bastard said today? Are you ready for this one? He said that elections will soon be a quaint relic of the past. Elections will soon be a quaint relic of the past. I thought the Democrats wanted democracy. Why is it that every time we vote, they switch votes, they steal votes, they cancel votes, they bury votes, but they run Democrat votes through the fucking counters multiple times? They want democracy? No. If you start voting, what do? They go out and accuse you as a voter of being a white Christian, racist, Nazi, white supremacist, and every other name they can throw at us. But Klaus Schwab, eat the bugs, you will own nothing and you will like it. That guy from the World Economic Forum, basically the Bastard Billionaires Club. That's a new one. Someone write that down. Bastard Billionaires Club. They don't want us to vote. They don't want us to have property. They don't want us to have rights. They want us to have nothing. Oh, and it just gets better. Let's have some fun. Let's see if this works. Let's see if my computer explodes when I push this button right here.
Hey, John. Hey, John. That came through the StreamYard studio, and there must be something. You maybe have a bad cable, or your USB port or something might not be good. You may want to try a different USB port on your computer. That comes from their computer. I tell their computer to come on and put on my stuff. Oh, okay. Because that did go across. That did go across the internet. Yeah. That comes out of their computer and it joins my broadcast. It's like a soundboard that's in the cloud. Oh, anyway, I want everyone to take a wild fucking guess on this. A Golden State Warriors coach. That's the basketball team. You guys know I just love the fucking NBA. Never mind basketball. Never mind how woke and stupid they are. Never mind that they're fucking sellouts to China. Coach, age 46. Guess what he died from, man? Let's hear it. Wouldn't have been a heart attack, would it? You win. Ding, 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 ding. Get yourself a beer, man. You fucking earned it. A heart attack. What a surprise. I think half of America is going to die from heart attacks. Okay. What did everyone did everyone enjoy my witch hunt discussion this morning? Did you get to listen to that, man? My Zero Dark 30 today? Yeah, I did. It was very good. More news items came up across the internet about a witch running around blessing everyone on the World Economic Forum stage. And her face is painted red with blood. Look, I don't care I don't give a fuck, right? But don't tell me Christians are bad and then have these freaks come out of the fucking woodwork, crawl from under their rocks, from under their bridges. What does that say about these people? Is it any surprise they don't like good people, Christians, not decent people? It's continuing. And it's continuing to be just a filth show. It's beyond me. Okay, let's continue.
You guys may not remember the name Daniel Penny, or you might. He was that former Marine who on a subway saw an asshole criminal threatening people, getting in their faces, assaulting people, whatever the hell he was doing. So Daniel Penny restrained him, and the guy died. Well, the judge is not going to allow the summary judgment dismiss the fucking charges. Basically, these Democrat judges are going to continue to prosecute people who protect others. If a cop sees somebody and the person is aggressive, it's just the whole system is so fucking fucked up. These judges, are way out of line. Here we go. I want to continue with the judge shit. The one who has threatened to kick Trump out of the courtroom. Out of the courtroom. I guess he figures his lawyers there are going to represent him fairly. How can you have fair representation if you're thrown out of the court? Well, the judge says the reason he's going to do that, or has done it, or will, or could, he says you just can't control yourself. That's what he said to Trump. Now, in my 30 plus years of experience as an adult, right? As an adult, occasionally I've dealt with judges in court, and it is my opinion they have serious little dick issues. Like police, they have to be the boss always, right? If challenged intellectually, legally, their authority in the court is challenged, they respond like petulant little bitches, and they try to punish people instantly with contempt of court. And I'll sanction you if you keep it up, right? Or they'll just kick you out of court. Now, have the arrogant little fuckers ever stopped to wonder why people don't respect them? Lawyers, politicians, their abusive statutes that are illegal. When are these fuckers going to figure out that we don't respect them because of how they are? Now, you give me a good judge, give me a good lawyer that's fair, I'll stand behind him. You show me someone that does not respect the Constitution, our law, and the people that are standing in front of them that pay their fucking bills, that's when I lose all respect on an individual basis. Now, from time to time, judges are shot, stabbed, beaten, and attacked, like that Las Vegas judge, right? That dude did a Superman dive over the fucking podium to get at that judge and gave her a bit of a bashing. Now, that's what happens. Now, that guy is a criminal. You and me, folks, here on the Prepared Mind channel out in America, we're good people. We don't charge at judges, right? We don't jump over and we don't attack them and beat them. We don't shoot them. We don't track them down. But from time to time, people do. Is it any wonder why these things happen? Now, in my personal experience, right, in one instance, I watched a judge run from his chair when a plaintiff didn't get his way, and he began fuming in his chair. But the guy didn't say a word, didn't threaten the judge, but the judge just knew that things were going to get nasty in that courtroom, and he left. He left. Now, apparently rural judges understand the concept of anger and the fact that eventually they're going to walk out of the courthouse and someone could meet them in the parking lot or follow them to their nearest, shall we say, brothel. Anyways, expect more disdain for judges as Trump deals with his persecution system. Like Judge Chutkan and Judge Erdogan and fat ass Fannie Willis and others. Right? They're using the color of law to persecute innocents in this country. Every January 6th person, the FBI, the prosecutors, even the juries are persecuting, and they're using the color of law, that is the appearance of law. It appears to be legal because there's a courtroom, there's a judge up there, there's prosecutors there, they've seated a jury. But is it any less of a persecution if they've already made up in their minds they disallow the U.S. Constitution and all manner and form of protection, as well as running against everything that's in the Declaration of Independence? They still come at people. Expect more disdain as this plays out. It's teaching America one hell of a lesson. It truly is. It truly is. Now, oh shoot! I guess what just popped up on my little computer here. My little computer. It has to do with the dereliction of duty in Texas, right? Paxton cited the federal statute that the Department of Homeland Security tried invoking in their letter to give U.S. Border Patrol, quote, warrantless access to land within 25 miles of the border. That statute alone is a violation of the Constitution. They have warrantless access to land within 25 miles of the border. I've heard them quote 100 miles. But 25 miles, it doesn't matter whether it's 25, 250, or 2.5. Warrantless? So there's no constitution if you're within 25 miles of the border? Anyways, the Attorney General for Texas said this, quote, for the purpose of patrolling the border to prevent the illegal entry of aliens into the United States. That's what they want to talk about? So he said, quote, right? He said, look, quote, there's an utter failure to deter, prevent, and halt unlawful entry into the United States. Therefore, the Department of Homeland Security cannot, quote, claim the authority, duties, so obviously derelict in enforcing as excuses to puncture Texas's attempts to shore up the failing system. In other words, he flipped in the bird and said, you're not doing your fucking job. So you can't use your job as an excuse for doing whatever the fuck you want in Texas. I'm fucking pissed. I'm not taking my time and really putting a lot of stuff out here because I'm prostitute, man. I take it since no one said anything, the sound is good. Everything's good? Okay. Guess what the FBI did, folks? Guess what they've done now? As of this morning, they arrested a right-wing terrorist. Are you aware of that? The FBI managed to find someone who qualifies as a right-wing terrorist type. Except there's one problem with what the FBI calls a right-wing terrorist. The person they have arrested for threatening people is a, quote, Nazi dominatrix from hell who went on social media, not threatening Americans, but threatening Jews and transphobes and a whole lot more. And they still want to try and say, look at this crazy Republican. Really? Tranny Nazi dominatrixes from hell? How the fuck do they get from here to there with that one? I mean, what do? Go and redo the registration for these people they arrest who are so obviously lunatic and criminal that they must be arrested? I mean, wow. I can't be shocked enough. I can't be surprised enough. By the way, Chin Music sent me a private message, and let's see, what did I say? I asked him to find me some more time. He said the supply chain has fucked that up. You can't get more time. Oh man. Anyways, thank you very much, Chin Music. What he did is he sent me an article on China fueling China / sponsoring, funding, supporting the Mexican drug cartel war. There is a war on for Mexico as well. It's interesting, though, that get this, the government of Mexico is telling Joe Biden he needs to give all the illegals green cards. He needs to give Mexico billions of dollars to help patrol the border because they're doing such a great fucking job already. So why would the president of Mexico be sided with China if China is also doing everything it can to destroy the Mexican system of law, which is already, as we know, very questionable in and of itself? Well, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating, folks. Every country around the world is doing everything it can to destroy itself, to bring in the New World Order. globalist scum, New World Order. Folks, if you don't like Trump, if you don't believe Trump is the savior, if you don't think Trump is the answer, you still need to vote for Trump because at least it may buy us some fucking time. That's what we're down to, folks. Chin music. We're down to a little bit of time. The fuse is burning really tight. 2024, the election, first Tuesday of November, it'll be fucking tiny. If Trump wins, we get some more fuse to try and get people prepared, get ourselves prepared, build a network of Americans around you. And we're going to end up going into a serious Mad Max scenario because they are not backing off. They're not quitting. And I have no clue as to why my computer has decided I don't have any microphones. Just unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I tell you what, I'm gonna go bonus on you guys. All right. I'm gonna check in and see what's in the news since we've been fighting this shit. Fucking jerk offs. Are they really fighting for us in Washington, the Republicans? I do not want Vivek Ramaswamy as the VP candidate under Trump. I don't trust him. But Donald Trump Jr. is saying Tucker Carlson is a contender for the VP nomination. I am not enamored with Tucker Carlson as if he himself is the savior, but he is far better than any of the politicians on the board. I saw a thing today that said Carrie Lake of Arizona is going to be moving in and running for the senatorial seat there. I would rather see her in the VP position because she is intelligent. She is a hard charger. She is not afraid to tell it like it is. She is attractive. She has a vagina, and I think she knows she's a woman. I think she would be a much better candidate even than Tucker because she understands politics. Not that that's going to do you any fucking good in Washington, D.C., where they understand politics. It is, you speak up against the system, you're going to jail if they can catch you. Okay. Now, Trump also has pledged as part of his platform, you know the thing that Democrats don't have? If they had a platform, they don't dare say it out loud. Open southern border, super high inflation, central bank digital currency, wars everywhere, destroy the military everywhere. Trump, as part of his platform, says he wants to block central bank digital currency. Okay, that's another good thing. Now fucking do it, right? We got to get him in office first. Trump is going to catch hot lead, folks. If they can't get a better candidate on the Democrat side, it's not Joe Biden. It's not Camel Toes Harris. It is not Michael Obama. And it certainly isn't Gavin frickin' Newsom. Who can the Democrats put up there who has, and this is important, charisma, who has a sharp mind and tongue, who has the experience necessary to be president? Trump had 4 years of fighting the most evil cocksuckers on the planet. He has presidential fucking experience. He's not the savior, folks. He's just a man. But at least he loves this country, and he's proposing things that will help fix it. I hate to be a fucking cheerleader, but we need to get more time on the fuse, which is burning. I hope that point resonates with people. There's that young man, that Gen Zer with the long hair, right? This guy's out there whooping ass in Pennsylvania, and he's moving into either Maryland or Delaware now, getting people registered to vote so they can go vote Republican in these fucking blue areas and win them back. The war is on, folks. It's ballots and then bullets. Ballots and then bullets. Ballots and then bullets. I'm not telling people to be violent. I'm telling people expect there to be violence. All right. Mr. Human, can I bring you back on screen? Fire up your camera.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to check out on this ridiculously stupid abbreviated broadcast. And I'm going to fix my fucking computer and find out what the hell has gone wrong. I will report back, 0 Dark 30 tomorrow, what the hell the problem was when I figure it out. Whether it's external or internal. Whether it's a Microsoft patch or update that went bad. I just don't know. Take that, New World Order. Fuckers. Good night, everyone.